Just like any other hobby in the world, owning, collecting, and shooting AR-15s can get a little stale after a while, and once you start to lose that excitement for ARs, you may start to wonder if there's more to life than drinking cheap beer from cans in the woods and then shooting those cans with your AR to see if you have any different kind of results than the other 47,000 times you've done this.
All right, I'm gonna go cry.
Stick with us and we'll help guide you through some sick tips to help you break out of that funk and reinvigorate your excitement in AR-15s. The first tip to finding new love with your AR-15 is try shooting something other than just cans. Pick up some drill targets and start complicating your shooting practice. This is a great way to tell people that you were training all weekend when you see your coworkers around the water cooler on Monday and they ask what you did on your days off. You will seem much more interesting and grown up when you say training instead of irresponsibly wasting ammunition while intoxicated and alone in the forest. If you want to shoot something else but don't want to actually get better at anything by accident, you could try shooting other things that weren't necessarily meant to be targets. You ever step on a Lego in the middle of the night?
Hell no! 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 I refuse. No!
Well, you don't have to live in crippling fear anymore, my friend. Build one of those bastards up into one gigantic block and then delete them from existence on the range. Try your children's model cars, propane tanks, rusted out cars, fruits and veggies that you promised yourself you were gonna eat, or if you're feeling especially spicy, you can pick up a little bit of tannerite and make 2 loud noises with 1 pull of the trigger. And that's what I call efficiency, folks. Do you want to continue to keep the image of yourself fully centered on a single object, but elevate your status among your peers?
Yes, definitely.
Of course you do, you narcissistic prick. You could always build a new AR-15 from the ground up. Of course, that does take money and time, but don't let that hold you back. To make people think that you know more about guns than them, you don't actually have to go out and build one. You can just make them think that you're building one. Heck, you can even trick yourself into thinking that you're building one. Go find yourself a banging deal on a gun part. Any gun part, it doesn't matter. A handguard, a muzzle device, a barrel, anything. Now that you have that gun part in your possession that isn't currently attached to a gun, you are technically in the process of building your dream AR-15.
That's rad.
When people start asking why you've been working on the gun for 3 years and still haven't finished it, you can always just let them know that you haven't found the right barrel yet, or the receiver set that you plan on using is out of stock. You don't actually have to have any idea what you're doing, so technically, you're not even lying. Pretty sweet.
I have no idea what I'm doing, but I know I'm doing it really well.
Imagine for a moment, if you will, that you got a wild hair up your ass and actually decide to buy all the parts for an AR-15. Then you went to the milspecguide.com and read his guide on how to put all those things together. Now you actually have a new rifle that absolutely needs to be shot.
Press Goblin!
He's down.
Break yourself, fool!
If that doesn't get you stoked about shooting again, then you can at least tell everybody that you built the ultimate rifle for insert specific purpose here. It probably isn't the ultimate rifle for anything, but since you built it, you will have an unwarranted affinity for this rifle and love it forever. Or at least until you build a better one.
Ouch, baby. Very ouch.
Now bear with me on this one, folks. It's gonna sound a little bit crazy, but you could even take things a step farther by getting yourself an AR-15 in a fancy new and interesting caliber. Are you into squirrel murder?
Yup!
Try 22 long rifle. Want to get into long range shooting? Step into a Grendel or a Valkyrie. Well, I'm gonna get shit on for that one. Hog hunting or extreme LARPing? 300 blackout. Hey, you want to throw money into the garbage and annoy everyone else around you? Perfect. The 50 Beowulf was made just for you.
You suck!
One of the great things about AR-15s is the versatility and simultaneous ultra specializations. If you have enough disposable income, you can have an AR-15 for every situation the typical American is likely to engage in. Like target shooting, competition, remotely ventilating animals, home defense, dinner parties, garbage disposals, children's parties. One night stands after a successful Tinder experiment, or just freaking out the regular people that accidentally look into the trunk of your Toyota. Maybe you are a mindless bootlicker that hates pet ownership almost as much as you hate freedom. yet you think that taking pictures while holding AR-15s make you look cool. You can make a living as a federal agent and spread lead poisoning to as many doggos as you can point a scary black rifle at. The best part is, you're apparently immune from any of the repercussions that most people would face as you ensure the local pet cemetery is kept in business. The one downside is that you will be universally hated and live the rest of your life as a total piece of shit who makes his living from destroying the American dream, which is, of course, to shoot random objects in the woods with new and interesting rifles. If you don't have a deep sense of internal loathing and a full-blown case of peaked in high school syndrome, you can avoid enforcing unconstitutional laws and take up the competition sport. This is a way to actually meet other people in real life instead of shitposting on AR15.com while pretending to know what the hell you're talking about. Trust me, no amount of nut and fancy videos are ever gonna get you there. Not only will you meet people who will at least, pretend to like you to your face, you might actually get to shoot at a bunch of cool new ranges. And if you're not careful, you also might accidentally get better at shooting too.
What?
If you already have almost enough rifles and you've been shooting everything that you own that isn't permanently attached to your house, you could start messing with ancillary equipment. And one of those two words is right. There's a logical accumulation of tactical things that tends to happen when you get too deep into the tactical life. Get yourself a plate carrier and start building an actual system to carry all of your kit and keep your rifle fed. Then you're going to want to start being extra tactical, so I think the next logical choice here is to sell what little soul you have left and pick up some night vision. Then the only appropriate way to mount those nods to your dome piece is by way of a helmet. Tactical pants to match your tactical vest and headgear are now a requirement to complete the ensemble. Now that you're able to wear all your stuff, you should totally get an assault pack so you can put more tactical things in it and possibly carry it into a situation that you totally didn't make up just in your head. Where would you carry it to but to some acreage in the middle of nowhere though? You gotta start digging holes and filling them with shelf-stable food, fuel, Orbeez, just for fun, ammunition, Mosin Nagants for people who might but probably not join your party during the doomsday apocalypse that you don't even like that much, and let's not forget the first aid equipment that you don't know how to actually use. Of course, this will require you to purchase a four-wheel drive vehicle and a side-by-side so that you can negate the necessity of the assault pack that you bought earlier because you realize that carrying things and walking, well, that's for tryhards, and it's way more difficult than riding around in air-conditioned comfort. Of course, this will require you to refinance your house, stop paying the new mortgage, fake your death, and then fall off the grid, not to mention abandoning your family and taking the money and running. Probably worth it, folks. All right, thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out these two cripplers right here, and don't forget to join us next week when we still don't know what the fuck we're doing. Bye.